Back to follow-up segment tonight. After the View fiasco, we've been reporting a number of stories about Muslims all over the world involved in controversial situations. As you may know, I believe there is a Muslim problem in the world because some who practice Islam, some, are so intense they are ignoring civilized behavior. The latest is the blasphemy law in Pakistan. 45-year-old Asiya Bibi, a relief worker, got into a discussion with some Muslim people. During that discussion, Miss Bibi stuck up for Christianity and also questioned what the Prophet Muhammad had done for his people. Well, she's now under arrest, charged with blasphemy, and could be executed in Pakistan. Also in that country, a man who threw away a business card with the very common name of Muhammad on it has been arrested and charged with blasphemy. Just threw away the business card. Joining us now from Phoenix, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, and from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Brigitte, Gabriel, the author of the book, They Must Be Stopped. All right, they, I guess, what you define who they is. They must be stopped. Who's they, Ms. Gabriel?
They are the radical Islamists rising throughout the world right now, bent on attacking the West and spreading their ideology of radical Islam
okay. And
throughout
you know what?
the West.
Whoopi Goldberg would agree with you, but in Pakistan, there is a law on the books, blasphemy, all right? So now we have a Catholic woman, could be executed, and a guy just takes a business card from Muhammad, God knows who, says, you know, I really don't need a card, tosses it, he's got in handcuffs. That's not radical Islamists. That's the government of Pakistan.
That is actually Sharia law, and these laws are put in practice in many Islamic countries around the world, and especially in the Middle East. And finally, the West is learning, Bill, about what Sharia law is all about. And it is not only happening in Pakistan. It is happening in Egypt. Look what's happening to the Copts in Egypt right now.
So you're agreeing with me that there is a Muslim problem in the world. It's not. It's beyond a few guys in caves throwing hand grenades. All right, Dr. Jasser, I did not want you on the program tonight. I want to care.
Why, Bill?
I want to care on the program. Or one of those groups that lobby, all right, that think I'm terrible. I wanted them sitting where you are. Well, no. They're not available to talk about this. You know why? Because this is fact. This is fact. Pakistan is an enormous country, very important to the United States. All right? It's a country that ostensibly is a democracy. They vote, all right, unlike Iran, which is a theocracy. But I'm telling you, this Catholic woman, all she was sitting around talking about religion with some Muslims, and all of a sudden, she could be executed. And you're telling me, what are you telling me? Tell me, doctor.
Well, it's interesting. They don't want to be on because they don't know what to say. It exposes their duality, their hypocrisy of living in this country, but yet not adopting the Establishment Clause. And today's, thank you, Bill, for bringing the light of day to this issue, because on today's Bill of Rights anniversary, we see the antidote to political Islam. Terrorism, blasphemy laws, the imposition of Sharia law as shackles on populations, as it's done in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, is the instrument for oppression and supremacism of one faith above the others. The only antidote to that is we need to develop from government, from media, from NGOs. It's not just these two cases, Bill. There's over 60 people on death row for blasphemy laws in Pakistan, over 500 arrested. The count goes on, and you can't just fix this one thing. We need to start to have an offensive strategy against political Islam, against Sharia and government, and not be embarrassed of our values as Americans that my Muslim family came here to cherish and try to reform.
We're not going to convince the people of Pakistan. Is there any country, Ms. Gabriel, any Muslim country in the world that you can point to, maybe Morocco, okay, where the majority of the people in the country say, look, you know, we don't want this. We don't feel that this is a positive for Islam. Is there anybody we can point to?
Unfortunately, we can't. Tunisia is the most moderate country that we know of. Morocco is starting to slide backward, but it's still better than many other countries. But what we are seeing right now, Bill, is basically an organized movement worldwide headed by the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood wrote a document in 1982, a 100-page document about the rise of radical Islam, how to infiltrate and dominate the West and establish an Islamic government on earth. In the counterterrorism circles, this document became known as the project. The Muslim Brotherhood has established in the United States 29 Islamic organizations as a front to spread radical Islam in the United States as well as the world, pushing their radical agenda culturally as well as militarily.
I don't think they're getting anywhere here. I really don't. Not with the folks. Not with the folks. I mean,
look,
with the left-wing community. The left-wing community is another story, but the mass of people agree with me. Doctor, I'm going to give you the last word, but I know you wrote the book, and I know you disagree with me, but I don't think that the Muslim Brotherhood are making any inroads in the United States. Other countries, absolutely. Europe, all day long. Not here. Go ahead,
Doctor. Well, look at what's happening in the school in Illinois, where the Justice Department now is threatening to sue.
I know, but that's one guy, Holder. That's Holder's problem. Go ahead, Doctor.
But Bill... Yeah, thank you. And I think, Bill, the important thing to realize is the Pew poll recently showed that the political Islamists, those that want to put Sharia law into place, are making headway globally. The numbers are going from small minorities to pluralities, if not a majority. And we still don't have a strategy to counter that. We're only on the defense, and it's time for us as Americans who believe in liberty
but I don't think the folks are buying it. I really don't think the folks are buying it. Doctor, Ms. Gabriel, thanks very much for a good debate.